Welcome to this week's edition of Newsfile, reaching you from CRPC. This file is all about some topical events in the state during the outgoing week. First, the headline. Governor Bassey Otu signs 9 bill into law. 100 vulnerable women of Team Madiara Solidarity Movement empowered with Money's Point, POS and cash. Those were the headlines. This file starts in a moment. I am Patience Okwa. Welcome back. The king and kings of Odukwane local government and socio-cultural groups have affirmed their resolve to solidarity sign and son of Governor Senator Bassey to consolidate the transformation drive of the state come 2027. Endorse and thank held at the council field in Odukwane. Governor has correspondent and complete the story.
The rally, which drew youth groups, women organizations, religious fathers, traditional rulers, support groups, and political leadership, with Senator Asukwe Ekpenyong and Honorable Bassey Akaba, as well as the House of Assembly member, affirming and endorsing the governor, Senator Bassey Otu, with Right Honorable Peter Ode and the President, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, for a second term in office. The rally, amidst cultural parade and goodwill messages from APC leaders, state appointees, was attended by Engineer Benakak, the Obong of Calabar represented by Etubum Oku Ekpenyong, Mayor of Calabar, and all political wards of Odukwane. Addressing the crowd, the Governor Senator Bassey Otu, represented by his Chief of Staff, Emmanuel Ayomba, said the endorsement is an historic moment in political landscape of the state that the sitting governor within 2 years to be endorsed by the people. He said the endorsement is an appreciation of the various transformational development across the nooks and crannies of the state and serves as a stimulant for more performance and urge the people to work hard and stand united in building a great state.
That the man that is a governor today is a testament to good governance. He was in House of Rep, he's your son. In House of Rep, he has performed. Nobody has been able to surpass him up to date. He was a senator for one term, and he did exceedingly well. And that admiration, remained up to date. And today, God has brought him when we needed a real governor. Our state was badly in the deplorable state, and the only man that could do this is the man that God has brought in this very season, and it's no other person but His Excellency Senator Prince Bassey Otu. If he could do this within 2 years, you are challenging him that he can do more than this in the next 2 years and 8 years as a whole.
The senator representing Cross River South, Senator Asukwe Ekpenyong, and the member representing Odukwane and Calabar Municipality in the House of Representatives, Honorable Bassey Akaba, represented by the former MD of Water Board, Victor Ekpo, said the rally was more of a thank you to a man who has shown great strides, adding that the season of sweetness can be felt across the length and breadth of the state, and the endorsement of both the president and the governor for a second term till 2031.
Endorsing our president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for a second term. We have all seen his works. Last year, he flagged off the Lagos to Calabar highway. Some months ago, they flagged off the Calabar end of the Lagos-Calabar highway. 2 weeks ago, or about a week ago, they commissioned the first 30 kilometers of that highway. Thanking the other 17 local governments that have so far endorsed our son, our working son, Sweet Prince Bassey Otu, and have endorsed him till 2031 as governor of this great state. To move this motion, that we endorse our son, Senator Prince Bassey Otu, for his second term till 2031. Those in favor say aye! Those in favor say aye!
On behalf of the traditional chiefs, the paramount ruler of Odukwane, Etenyin Otu Asukwo Otu Mesembe VI, who spoke through Professor Eyo Etemyong, listed infrastructure line roads agriculture, social security, entrepreneurship, among other development that the governor and Mr. President deserve a second term in office.
We were not shouting back to South in vain. God blessed us with a governor that has proven that indeed the South had something to offer the entire state and our country beyond. Endorsing him for a second term is a unanimous decision. All other traditional rulers here gathered are very much in support of this development. So we hereby declare total support for the second term of our beloved president, our beloved governor, Senator Prince Apostle Bassey Otu.
The Special Advisor, General Duties, Ekpenyong Akaba, who spoke for appointees, said the endorsement was an appreciation to the governor for redeeming the image of the state.
The fact speaks for itself. What the governor has done, like they used to say, is visible to the blind. Even the deaf is now talking because of the what of the governor have done. So we are here to thank God because the governor has made us proud, because the governor has redeemed the image of Cross River State, and also increased the opportunities for the people of the South to continue to lead Cross River. So we are endorsing him as a local government. We are also thanking all of you across the state for standing by us, because that endorsement is for us.
The chairman of Odukpani Local Government Council, Chief Itim Asido, expressed gratitude to the people for showing loyalty and commitment to support the governor till 2031 and maintained that council is committed to inclusive development.
Father and mother have done wonders, and we are here to celebrate him and thank him.
Sunday Ina, CLBC News.
Moving on, across some 100 vulnerable women of the Team Madia Solidarity Movement have been empowered with monies, points, POS cash by the wife of the state governor, Eyon Ambassador. Correspondent Lita Mekbe report that the empowerment with Team Madia across the senatorial district of the state, they report.
Speaking before the empowerment, Bishop Enyuan Otu informed that the meeting is a homecoming of champions of Team Madiara, which is a foundation upon which the joining of the service of the present administration is built. Reflecting on the past 2 years, when Team Madiara embarked on the joining with the present administration, Bishop Enyuan Otu hinted that the thematic focus of the movement was to ensure that women are recognized and carried along, a decision that was achieved, saying, when women are united, their voices could rewrite the political narrative of the state. The governor's wife maintained that over the 2 years, Team Madiara have supported some impactful interventions across areas of quality education, quality healthcare services, sustainable livelihood, social welfare, and environment, while thanking the team for believing, standing, and building with the present administration.
The real power lies in our unity and network as Team Madiara, which has proven that when women rise, society is transformed. Thank you for believing, standing, and building with us. As we look forward, let's not shoulder or retreat. Let's deepen our reach and widen our reach, even as we remain the voices of hope, arms of compassion and action across River State.
In her remark, the Director General of Team Madiara, Archbishop Margaret Ene Ita, maintained that beyond her titles and responsibilities that accompany Bishop Enyuan Otu's esteemed position as wife of the state governor, she has chosen to embrace her role with genuine compassion, humility, and deep commitment to service, as well as beacon of hope and a symbol of care for countless individuals across the state.
You have worked with the people, listened to their needs, and always responded with action. You have inspired the discouraged, uplifted the vulnerable, and reminded us all, even the Team Maria group, that leadership is best defined by service.
Also speaking, coordinators of Team Madia South, Mrs. Marjorie Asuko, that of Central, Mrs. Ekwele Agube, and the Northern Senatorial District, Mrs. Agnes Asu, saluted the humanitarian nature of Bishop Enyiwan Basi Otu in touching the lives of women and children, especially the vulnerable, through skill acquisition programs, education, and free healthcare services, while the state's compliance officer of Money Point, Mr. Eyoma Enyoma, gave an overview and the benefits of the POS empowerment by the governor's wife to make beneficiaries self-dependent and self-reliant.
Women from Southern Senatorial District, we appreciate you. You are the best. A woman of God with a good heart. They will call it Obioma in Igbo land. May God bless your mother.
For the Central women, we will continue to support our governor, our father, and we will continue to stand by you to do all that we need to do to bring the women together and make sure that Cross River State women work together in unity.
You are always on the road to Northern Cross River State. And when you go, you gather us and you begin to ask. The smallest woman would have opportunity to speak. And you ask them, these things I have been sending, have they been getting to you? And they will say yes.
I used to hear of this empowerment over the radio and on televisions, but today it's happening right before me. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you for the privilege to witness this great opportunity. I'm so grateful. Mommy has paid for 100 POS machines to be fully deployed for all of us. We deploy it in full with the ATM card. What you just need to give us is just your BVN and your name. Then the POS will be activated for you and the money will be funded to your account.
For CRBC News, I am Itam Ekpe reporting.
In another development, members of the Nigerian Air Force Office Rivers Association has been commended in rendering humanitarian services for the well-being of the less privileged in the society. Government House correspondent Itam Ekpe report that the commendation was given by the wife of the state governor, Bishop Enyiwan Basi Otu, when the executive members of NAFOA and Wowikan visited her in Calabar. The report.
Accepting the collaboration and partnership with NAFOA and Wowikan, the governor's wife, Bishop Enyiwan Otu, encouraged NAFOA and Wowikan to continue serving humanity through their efforts and activities of the association. Bishop Enyiwan Otu highlighted the different interventions carried out by her NGO, Humanity Without Borders Empowerment Initiative, in the areas of free medical health care services, skill acquisition, education, agriculture, and women empowerment, which has made waves across the continent of Africa as people still call her out of the shores of Nigeria, saying touching lives and changing destinies contributes to the development of the society.
As far as we took the oath, we said we were going to serve, not to be served. And so whether you like it or not, whether it's shining or it's raining, you just must come out here to serve them. You know that all that you do, it's in tandem with what we do too. So I think we've always been collaborating anyway before now, but we'll collaborate more because it appears we're doing the same thing. We touch lives in the areas of women, youth, children. We just got wheelchairs, like 25. But I think we have 20 beneficiaries for now. So we are looking out for 5 because I'm giving out 25. We've done this before. We did that, gave wheelchairs, give crutches, all manner of things. So even POS, we empowered them. We've done a lot of skill acquisition too. Because I tell them we don't need until we're ready to empower them. Because as we're graduating or passing them out, we are empowering them to go and start there. Somebody even just sent me Fanny that she's gone around looking at those that did, I think, piece or something. So they're actually trying. They're working hard and trying to improve on themselves, add value to the economy and all of that.
Speaking earlier, the president of NAFOA, Mrs. Ngozi Endali Aneke, informed that she came into office in October 2024, and since then, the association has embarked on programs that empower women and youth in the barracks and their host communities. She added that her visit to Cross River State was part of her familiarization tour of states under her jurisdiction, while that of Women Wing of ICANN, Mrs. Rosemary Akwaji, maintained that as a Christian body, it behoves on them to align with the governor's wife's activities, who is already doing great things through her focus with God, organizing solemn assembly and praying for the state and the nation as a whole.
We're actually here, I'm here with members of the Nigerian Officers' Wives Association on the familiarization tour. The NAFOA is a non-governmental organization. Right in Madam's office when I was up there, she was reading out all her projects. And I told her I get to watch everything on TV. She has been doing so much for the state. Even when I entered the place now, that was showing me the road, all the roads that His Excellency had for us. Thank you so much. My help us thank Oga. I don't want to forget that, because when I saw it, I was wow. And he said it was done last year. Thank you for carrying us along. Even Mrs. Omolara just told me as well that you involved in programs in the state. So thank you so much. Can we give our Excellency?
And the righteous rules the people rejoice. Our meeting with you today reflects Jacob with an angel of God, which is in Genesis 32 and 27. That when we meet with you, we'll never leave you until you bless us. But we can operate in all local government areas of the state. But we can came into existence in Cross River State in the year 2003.
There was an award, presentation, and investiture as patron of the two associations to the governor's wife, Bishop Enyiwan Bassey Otu, for her excellent performance within 2 years in office. For CRBC News, I am Itam Ekpe reporting.
Moving on, the state legislature has moved for the amendment of the Cross River Administration of Criminal Justice Bill. The bill was read and second time after deliberation led by the leader of the legislature, Right Honorable Francis Asukwo. Assembly correspondent Esena Wanene has the report.
The leader of the House said the amendment of the bill, which was enacted in 2016 to promote speedy dispensation of justice, is on Section 17 of the Principal Law and creates a new Section 92A. Right Honorable Asukwo stated that the amendment is to meet up with global trend, adding that it is aimed at addressing all procedures in criminal justice.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the Cross River State Administration of Criminal Justice Law was enacted in 2016 to ensure that the system of administration of criminal justice in the state promotes efficient management of criminal justice institutions, speedy dispensation of justice, protection of society from crime, and protection of the rights and interests of the suspect, the defendant, and the victim.
Lawmakers stress the importance of the administration of criminal justice to catch up with global trend. The Speaker, Right Honorable Albert Ayambem, committed the bill to the Committee on Judiciary and Public Service Matters to report to the House in 1 week.
To report back to us in the next plenary session.
Esiana Wanene reporting.
In another review, the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, in collaboration with the State Emergency, SEMA, and other partners, have organized a stakeholders engagement meeting aimed at preparing for national disaster. The theme of the event, which is strengthening resilience, enhancing preparedness, and response focus on the need to empower local communities in disaster risk management in Calabar. The report.
The Director General of the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, Zubada Omar, who was represented by the Deputy Director Audit, Mr. Ugu Joseph, said the goal is to save lives, restore normalcy, and build resilience in communities across the country, especially in the face of increasingly frequent disasters. Mr. Joseph said hands on deck to reinforce the importance of community engagement and local resourcefulness in disaster management.
This National Disaster Preparedness and Response Campaign 2025 is nothing but as a product of seasonal climate prediction done by NIMET and NISA. So it is based on that NEMA developed proactive action in terms of early warning, and we have to cascade it down to the local community.
The Director General of the Cross River State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, Mr. Antara Gil, noted that the purpose of the engagement meeting is part of a collective commitment to enhancing disaster resilience and responses across the state and country at large. He further shared solutions for effectively combating disaster by the State Emergency Agency so far.
NIMET has rightly predicted Cross River State is going to be affected. Today's situation has given opportunity to all stakeholders, community people, those who would be victims. They are here so that they can have information and knowledge about the incidents and then get themselves prepared.
Some participants maintain that creating awareness campaigns, establishing better communication channels for emergency alerts, and providing community training on disaster preparedness, highlighting that everyone has a role to play in managing risks and ensuring safety in the communities.
To be part of this stakeholder engagement on the 2025 National Preparedness and Response Campaign on floods and related hazards in Nigeria. As we continue to work together, we leave here a renewed sense of purpose and commitment to building a more resilient state and nation that we can all be proud of.
There's no way what will happen because we tell them they will refuse.
As much as we can, we are living in a political era where everything is politicalized. Please involve the local community people so that they can manage their emergency.
First of all, there must be a remedy and then a plan for the future. We should have a city plan. Channels for water and all that are prone to this kind of disaster, so you avoid houses in that area and the city is well planned.
Residents from the Enebong Avenue called on the government to implement effective measures to protect lives and properties, emphasizing that their safety and well-being depend on prompt and decisive action.
We made a move. We went up to the House of Assembly. They give us a resolution promising us that it's going to be an urgent report, actions. But up till now, we have not seen the actions. Now that we move up to the SEMA and all that, and we all hope that by the time that UPU comes in here, we feel that the main action would be to make a decision to open up this quarter, because that is the only problem that we have now.
I've been in this environment for more than 8 years now. Most of the time, flood here is very, very disastrous. There are sometimes that it comes. The year before last, it came that we had to use pumping machine to pump water out from people's houses. Now the environment sometimes is even overflooded that even the people that are living is life-threatening.
The team moved to the Enebong Avenue community for an on-site inspection of the flooding impact. For CRBC News, Blessing Basi reporting.
In our last report, the Obong of Calabar, Didemokpo Okonabasio II, the 5th, has applauded the present administration led by the Senator Basio II for falling back to the agriculture as the mainstay of the state economy. The monarch made this while receiving the State Commissioner for Agriculture and Irrigation Development, Mr. Johnson Ebokpo, and his team on a courtesy visit to his palace. Afyon has the details.
Edide Mabasietu Defeat described the visit as welcoming towards elevating the lives of the citizenry, disclosing that what made Eastern Nigeria succeed during Dr. Michael Okpara regime was agricultural development. The Obong of Calabar maintained that in his country home, Adiabo, before now they had a farmland called Coffee, now inhabited by people, which shows that Adiabo is fertile for coffee cultivation. He pledged his council readiness to key into the laudable initiative of the present administration, while urging his cabinet to be a beneficiary of the program.
His Excellency, our own son, that has fallen back to the days of old, and I think it's a vision that all of us should clap for him and be happy about it. He has equally picked dynamic young men who are equally able to do what they are doing now. It's a good thing, and I will continue to urge my people. They are all Etubos from different communities. So you are at the right place at the right time. They have land, they have everything. So they should take this message home and try to be leaders that live by example.
Earlier, the Commissioner for Agriculture and Irrigation Development, Mr. Johnson Ebekpo, said the team were in the palace to intimate the Obong and his council of the agriculture initiative of the present administration towards cocoa, coffee, and oil palm production in the state. The Agric boss disclosed that few weeks ago, the ministry presented a 7-year strategic plan for the development of cocoa, coffee, and oil palm estate, and this has paved way for the governor to acquire 1 million coffee seedlings from Rwanda to be subsidized at the rate of 300 naira per seedling. Mr. Ebokpo stated that going back to agriculture is a sure way for the state development, while admonishing the council to take the message back home as enumeration exercise is ongoing.
In the history of Cross River State over the years, we have not deliberately made intentional efforts to develop agriculture. In spite of the fact that agriculture is the mainstay of our economy and employs more than 75% of our companies. Your Eminence, it will interest you to note that we have mirrored 3 priority crops that we know will transform the landscape of our dear state. But most importantly, one of the things we set out to do is to even development between the other part of Cross River and the southern senatorial district. So, Your Eminence, I sue for the cooperation of, yourself and the Etubums here to rally your subjects to come out to be enumerated, to rally your political leaders to join in the mobilization efforts, to get people to come out. They themselves can support the purchase of these seedlings and go on to distribute to those that have been enumerated.
Coffee has been described as a crop of origin from the name tag in the global market. Afyon Efefiong reporting for CRBC News.
And that's the size of a package for this week's edition of Newsfile. Stay connected with CRBC beyond the screen. Follow our content through the following platforms: Facebook CRBC X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at CRBC Online, YouTube at CRBC New Media, WhatsApp 090-377-87474. I am Patience Okwa. Bye for now.